All right, what's up everyone? Okay, so right now, let's talk a little bit about PlayStation VR. I'm going to dedicate a whole entire video to that, but the gist of it is that I tried it, I really liked it. It does have small, well not really small issues, but it has issues, but you could tell that it will get better as time goes on. I mean, those are very fixable. They have to do with resolution more than anything, and some, god damn it, hang on the... Anyway, we're going to watch the PlayStation VR Worlds, the London Heist. And PlayStation VR Worlds, I think, will come bundled with the PlayStation VR in some cases. I think maybe the one that comes with the camera and the Move controllers will have it. The big bundle, the $500 one. I don't think it will come with the $400 one. Tell me in the comments if I'm wrong about that, but that's the thought I have in my mind. But the London Heist is interesting because when I tried out PlayStation VR, they didn't allow me to play it. They had it, they didn't allow me to play it because Best Buy apparently doesn't want to show kids a whole bunch of bad words and violence, stuff like that, which I understand. But you could also, you know, check people's ID or something and be like, can you play this, and let them experience it. But yet again, they're also showing it on a screen, so they don't want to. It's a liability, I guess, in some way. But anyway, London Heist is interesting because it's the very first time we saw it, we had a person, a big, strong, bald-headed man, kind of interrogate you, and you're sitting in a chair. And I like that. I like that feedback because you're already sitting in a chair. It already feels like it's not necessarily one-to-one, but it does feel more realistic than per se you're sitting in a chair and the actual character is moving around. I mean, that's when people, I guess, feel a little sick. I think the Resident Evil demo got a lot of people sick for that reason. Hopefully Farpoint will have those issues. Hopefully people will be standing up when they play Farpoint. But London Heist is interesting because it involves Move controllers and stuff like that. So I want to see how it turns out. This one will probably be, from the looks of it, a story trailer, probably, right? Just see what kind of like the story is going to be like. But there's a lot of issues that VR in general is going to have to deal with. They need great hardware, so maybe that's even more incentive for PlayStation to kind of make a PS4 Neo to kind of give consumers the ability to play these VR games at the capacity they need to be played at. I remember playing Valkyrie, and it was jagged edges were everywhere. You could tell it was very low resolution. Obviously, it's an intensive game, and they need to have it run at really high frame rates, so at least 60, right? And then they double it, RGB, I don't know, something like that. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at them. Me talking.
Peggy 16.
Peggy 16.
I'm gonna burn you into cracking, a little piece of sh**. I don't give a monkey's what bad things about you. I don't trust you.
Okay. Whoa. Okay, so that gave us, that's the first time I've actually seen and heard the dialogue, right? A lot of the footage that we've seen so far of London Heist has been off-screen or it has been without any audio. And this is the first time I've actually heard that man speak because I haven't been able to try out the demo myself. But I'm sure it's going to be a short experience. I'm sure that's why they're bundling it with the VR Worlds. There's probably a few different locations that you're going to be playing in. But VR is more gearing towards, at least the first phase of VR is going to gear towards those shorter experiences. I bet Farpoint is still going to be short. I bet Arkham VR is going to be short as well. The Star Wars missions, those are all going to be short. They're all going to be tailored towards, because not only do studios not really know what to do with VR, maybe they have ideas, but they don't really know how it's going to be received, whether they're going to be able to make their money back. So they don't want to devote, the studios all their attention towards it and make a full 15-20 hour experience because they don't really know enough about VR. They don't know how it's going to come together, instead of something like PlayStation where at least several millions of copies are going to be sold of it. You can kind of prepare to making an experience appropriate. But you will get PlayStation kind of get these first party studios to make great games for it. Yeah, I think they'll be okay with shorter experiences because then they can kind of devote a small segment of their team towards it. So if you're a 200-person studio, you can devote 10, 15, a 20-person team to that. Even that sounds a little big. But and then have your mainland PS4 big budget games, have the rest of the studio focus on that, or on their off time in between games, while the creative directors are working on story, and the artists are working on concept art and creating ideas. Some people can work on that. But with VR, there is going to be a lot of testing. There is going to be a lot of people just seeing how far they can kind of take it tech-wise and see what they can do. So a lot of the experiences will be rather simple. They will be probably more in the vein of like, oh, give something that people have been wanting to experience for a long time, and they won't play so much with the super creative ideas, and they will more so kind of play around with the tech and see how far they can kind of push it and take it, and see what works for players, what doesn't work for players, what makes them sick, what doesn't make them sick. And but yet again, I'll make a separate video. I'll talk about all of this stuff and my experiences overall with PlayStation VR, the pros and the cons of it. But the London Heist demo overall is one of the shorter experiences I'm really, really excited about. I'm excited for Arkham. I'm excited for the Star Trek stuff, which I don't know if it's going to be in PlayStation VR, but I hope so. The Star Wars missions, all of that, fan servicey, like I've always wanted to do this my whole life stuff. The attraction kind of appeal of it, right? Where you're going into this Disney attraction and you experience something like that. It has the same kind of feeling. It's interesting because I've had my family come and they kind of feel like, oh, it kind of feels like I'm in like an attraction, like I'm going to experience like a thing at an attraction, a ride, and they have to make a line because there was people in front of them and stuff. So anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that VR has so much freaking potential. London Heist is the first one I've seen where a person is sitting and there's some kind of interrogation and there's some feedback between characters, because even when you look away, I heard in some of the previews, you look away and the guy kind of tells you, hey, stop looking that way. Like, focus on me. So hopefully they get really intense with it. Hopefully you do get some of that immersion between characters, between people, between you and an actual visual virtual character, and hopefully there's some really cool interactions with that. But there's a lot of action stuff as well where you're using the Move controller and you have to shoot off some stuff. The only worry is whether holding a stick is going to feel weird and you see a gun on the other end. You want to have a gun feel like a gun, and when you're holding a stick, it just, hopefully they can iron that out, right? I think that's why Farpoint, along with their game, they're going to be selling an actual thing, a PlayStation gun replica or something that makes it feel like you're holding a gun, instead of just like pointing and the guy's holding something with two hands. I think that can get kind of disorienting. But yeah, I wish this trailer would have been shorter. I wish it would have been in the vein of an actual game trailer. But yet again, you do have to make the impression. You do have to remind people that this is a VR game, so you do incorporate some of that. Oh, the guy, in VR going like, whoa. I'm sure a lot of the VR trailers will be like that, but it's interesting because not only is there a lot of people playing around with the tech stuff behind VR and what they can do, but there's also marketing people that are testing out ideas, what works, what doesn't work. It's a new platform. It's like people really don't know or are not really sure how to present it. So there'll be people kind of, doing what we do with games, where we fail and then we repeat, and until we get it right. And I'm sure that that's exactly what they're going to be doing. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about the London Heist PlayStation VR stuff. And I think the next one I'm going to watch is a Batman Arkham VR trailer. So if you hate me, you know what to do. If you like me, you know what to do. And I'll see you guys on the next one. God damn it.